Good morning and welcome to the FIVB World Tour Women's Beach Volleyball action here on Manly Beach. Currently underway, a women's round of 16 match. We've got still women's round of 16 matches to play today. And here on Saturday in Manly Beach in Sydney, New South Wales, we've got the men's semi-finals and the bronze and gold medal matches. Absolutely perfect conditions here. Really looking forward to a great match. Just underway here, local time 8:15. Welcome to wherever you are watching us all over the world. We've got a combination from Latvia. Anastasia Kravtsenoka and Tina Gradina up against the Austrian combination, Katarina Schunitz-Höfer and Lena Pleziuchnig. First side change will bring in the score shortly, but it is an absolutely perfect day. Manly Beach at its very best. Austrian girls in the red and white. Schutz-Nherfer and Pleziuchnig. That is the southern end of Manly Beach. They have the ball up against this great little team from Latvia, Anastasia and Tina. This is, of course, the round of 16. What that means for these teams is that the loser of this match departs from the tournament. They'll finish with a 9th place. The winner goes through to the quarterfinals and a top 8. Latvian ladies with the ball now. And the roll shot perfect down the line. So just starting to warm up here, the action and the temperature. It's been absolutely perfect conditions. Manly Beach has really turned it on for the World Tour of Beach Volleyball. A men's and women's event. Score is currently 6-4 in favour of the team from Latvia in the red. That ball just going long, so that will bring the Austrians back by 1. Got a number of wonderful matches to bring you today. The next match is the Japan v China matchup, which I'm really looking forward to. And then the Aussies will be out in the women. Artacho del Solar and Taligua Clancy up against a really good Slovenian team. And then another Aussie women's team, Jess Namo and Lou Grice, or Lou Borden, as she will be known to many watchers of beach volleyball, up against a really good team from Thailand. So plenty of great beach volleyball action. The second last day of the tournament, of course. The main focus in this afternoon's interest will be the men's bronze and gold medal matches. We've got some semi-finals to play before we get to that point.
The Austrian pairing in the north end of the beach. It's Austria in the green begins. Taking on Latvia in the red.
The overpass from Austria. So the Austrians, just again reminding folks, if you're watching, the Austrian ladies are in the green tops and the Latvians are in the red. So I misspoke before. Apologies to all the people in Latvia and Austria who might be watching. It is Latvia in the red. The combination of Anastasia Kravtsenoka and Tina Gradina up against this wonderful Austrian combination, Katarina Schutz-Nherfer and Lena Pleziuchnig. We saw Plesiuchnig and Schutzenhofer play yesterday on centre court. They had a really tight tussle with one of the local teams. Look, really at home of the conditions. These teams have all come out to Australia out of the European winter, so they've really enjoyed the conditions here and really enjoying the blocking as well. Nice little press on the net from Austria. So again, this is sudden death. Both these teams playing to stay in the event.
Over the block there, great shot. Went on 9 with water for the Latvia team.
Oh, and a nice block. The response pretty good. The Latvians bringing their own pressure above the net. Cross-court ball called in. Both teams looking really comfortable. First match of the day, 8:15 local time, so wherever you're watching in the world, hope you're enjoying the conditions. Playing this tournament a little bit earlier. We've played it in the past here at Manly Beach a little bit later in the year. Not as much beach available, and the conditions were a bit changeable, but really, really perfect beach volleyball conditions. And a perfect roll shot, just tagging the sideline.
Great defensive play from Anastasia. Finishing the off and start. 12 points to 8. Latvia lead at the north end in the red, over Austria in the green at the south end.
And we will go to the technical timeout. So underway, first set action, Latvia, Austria. Here in the first set. You can see the ladies working pretty hard, a bit of a sweat up already, so it is not that cool out there. The breeze hasn't picked up yet to cool these athletes down, so working really hard already this morning. Latvian combination. Currently leading this match 12-9. We are in the technical timeout. The number 1, Anastasia Kovačević and Tina Gradina, the 2.
It's a round of 16 match. Do it all day, the winner going through to the quarterfinals later today.
There you can see the grandstands and just a perfect morning. Austria have the ball. Oh, and bouncing it off the blocker's head. The hat comes off, so plenty of spirited play. Both these teams desperate to keep going. An opportunity to go through to the final 8 in a quarter-final. So you can see Gradina there for Latvia with the ball deep into the corner. First set action. This is the 2-star event on the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball. Good morning and welcome wherever you're watching in the world. My name is Jonathan Fogarty. It's a privilege to bring you these wonderful pictures. Manly Beach, the home of beach volleyball in this country, and where some of our best beach volleyballers have learnt their trade. A lot of famous Australian beach volleyballers made their home here, and is still a nursery of many really good upcoming young Australian athletes. We're going to see some of them later. Currently the scoreboard 10-13, so the Austrians trailing by 3. Deep breath. At 11-13, apologies. Transition opportunity. Ooh, nice hustle, but the Austrians sneak back another point to 12-13 now.
He's really toughing it out here on centre court. He's doing a dive about his team's single elimination now. And then very soon for the finals.
Oh, and a stone-cold shank, so the service pressure from Austria really starting to pay some dividends from that end of the beach. Doesn't seem to be any real advantage. But what was a handy advantage for the Latvians has now disappeared. So 13 points apiece. We are locked up again in the first set. Oh, the drop shot, absolutely perfect. So that's better. They needed to find a way. The retreating blocker still on the heels, couldn't really come forward. But a good run. Schützenhöfer and Plesiuchnig from Austria close the gap. Anastasia and Tina from Latvia back in the lead. Gutsy effort. So 14 all athletes change ends. This is the first set of the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball. This wonderful two-star event here at Manly Beach. Australia has started running World Tour events again in beach volleyball after quite a gap in years. This is now the third World Tour event in a very short space of time. Some of these athletes will continue on here in Australia for a little bit longer as part of their preparation, getting away from that northern winter.
Perfect conditions here for beach volleyball.
15-14 now. Oh, and a horrible misset. That is a pretty easy decision for the first referee. The mishandled ball, really obvious, slipping through the hands. We saw when they were in their technical timeout, all of the athletes really quite sweaty. They were absolutely working really hard and not being able to maybe keep the hands dry. The ball slipped through during that setting action. First referee Lindley Scholes correctly adjudicating. As we look down the court, sun just starting to get up above the VIP marquee, so the court will be in full sun soon. There will be nowhere to hide. That ball going long. So the Austrians will go up to what we call the northern end of the beach here. But we will take a break. Latvia versus Austria. First set action. Welcome to Manly Beach, wherever you're watching. This is the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball. Latvia in the red and white. Anastasia Gravsenoka and Tina Gradina up against Katarina Schützenhöfer and Lena Plesiuchnig. Plesiuchnig, the two, going back to serve again for her nation. Shot not quite working out. Plesiuchnig going back to the southern end again, so that is now a 17-15 scoreboard. Austrians serving tough. Or just for a moment I thought she might have thrown that ball. That was a 50-50 play at best. When the athlete's jumping up the net like that, you want to see a clean contact. It can't be kind of caught or pushed. It was satisfactory for the referee, so that's okay. 18-15 going for the tough sideline serve, not to be. We go to 21, folks. I'm sure you probably know that. Point per rally. Latvia 15 trailing Austria 18, two fairly evenly matched teams, so hard to see which way this will go. Just called out. So, each team's changed 19-16 every 7 points. The multiples of 7 points, they change them. So Austria 19, leading Latvia 16. Surely in the box seat now, the Austrians. Can they bring up a set point on the back of this serve? This is Schutzenhofer, but no, too big, serving it out. 17-19 now. So the Latvians need to be really aggressive and try and do something with his serve, or else it will be a set point opportunity for Austria. Schutzenhofer with an opportunity. No, she's well picked up. Graudina sees an opportunity, puts it away. That's a nice play. Really good composure, the Latvian ladies were patient, saw the opportunity. Anastasia Kravtsenoka goes back to serve. So timeout call. The Austrians respond probably in the intelligent way. Call a timeout. They know they're one good rally away from bringing up that important point number 20 in the first set. This is an important timeout, an opportunity. Both teams having a break. Have a look at the replay. You can see that last play. Some good service pressure. The pass was there or thereabouts. The Austrians, the drop shot really didn't do enough. They got it done, brought it up. So the timeout, not a lot being said. They're just sort of sitting there and getting their breath back and just really thinking about the job at hand. It is still fairly early in the morning here, Australian time. It's just after 8:30, so the air temperature's not that hot, but you can see the ladies are obviously working quite hard. They come back out. The Latvians trailing by one. It's an important serve. Oh, there it is. Well, that's exactly what they wanted. They were down by two, but they've worked hard on a couple of probably more mental errors rather than skill errors, and the Austrians have handed another point back to them. So 19 all. It is now really anybody's set. The momentum, just when you think it's with the serving team, they go for maybe a little bit much and miss the sideline. So I guess that's a set point that Austria wanted. It will be the number 2, Lena Pleziuchnig, with a set point serve. Gutsy little knuckleball. So 2-ball play. So scoreboard now 20 points each. Latvia and Austria, of course. Latvia in the red and white, Austria in the green. 21 points. No longer enough. You've got to have that 2-point buffer now to win this first set. So this might be a real arm wrestle to see who can get a 2-point lead. Someone's going to have a set point after this rally. The Austrians scramble hard. Oh, but the blocking's really good. The response is excellent. Really spirited play. Surely this time the Austrians can hit a clean winner. Oh, unbelievable defense. How's the desperation? This is certainly the rally of the match. Here's the opportunity. The line shot surely is calling. And she finally gets it done. Katarina Schutzenhofer on about her 4th attempt. Brings up set point to Austria. The Latvian ladies, well, they worked super hard. I'm not sure they could have done much more. But it is set point Austria. And it is that lady, Katarina Schutzenhofer, who will get the serve in a play. Good start. Have they got a block or a defensive pickup? Here's their opportunity. Second ball. I think that's going to be good enough. And you can see the joy. The first set, run and won. Austria 22, Latvia 20. And Austria lead this match 1-0.
Both defenders on the stretch, and Austria save another one.
So hello and welcome wherever you're watching the live stream. Hope you're enjoying the action here. The FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball here at Manly Beach in Sydney on the northern beaches. Really beautiful day. I just have been so pleased. The weather for the organisers has been really, really good. They've deserved some good weather, I think. It's currently 23 degrees, which is really reasonably mild for this time of year in Sydney. You can see how hard the girls have been working. That is the combination from Latvia, Anastasia Kravtsenoka and Tina Graudina, team from Austria. They were victorious in that first set. Working equally hard, Katarina Schutzenhofer and Lena Pleziuchnig. It is a sudden death situation, so we are in what we call the round of 16, folks. And that means that the winner of this match, they'll go through to the final 8 and a quarter-final. Loser of this match is finished for the weekend, and they finish in 9th place. So the athletes coming back out on the court. The team in red again. That's your Latvian combination. Kravsenoka in the 1, Graudina in the 2. Team on screen at the moment, that's Austria in the 1 and 2. Katarina Schutzenhofer is the 1, Lena Pleziuchnig the 2. We are ready to go. Second set action. It is Latvia to start us up. Opportunity to execute straight away. The set's close. Oh, it's actually spot on. So that's exactly the start the Latvian ladies probably talked about in the break. They need to come out strong. If they don't play well in this set, their tournament is over. So it's really simple as that. You can see on the scoreboard there, the 1 on the left indicates the set score. So Austria already locked 1 set away. The score on the right is the score in the current set. So 1-0. Latvia to serve.
There is some seriously high-quality beach volleyball going on centre court right now. That's a fantastic point. Both teams terrific in defence and some strong offence to finish there.
Scoreboard now 2-1 in favour of Latvia. They are at the northern end of Manly Beach. Getting really no assistance. The weather conditions about as benign as I've ever seen here at Manly Beach. The wind can really pick up. We've seen it come out of south. We've seen it come across the court over the course of the week. But this morning it is crystal clear and perfect. So neither of these teams really getting an advantage from one side of the court to the other. The Austrian ladies working really hard. Schutzenhofer with the serve. Oh, the roll shot really good, nice and precise. Schutzenhofer does the blocking for their combination, and Pleziuchnig plays most of the defence, plays on the right side. This is her now on the serve reception. Have to work hard on it, ball off the net. Nice and deep. Latvia responding really well. Yeah, she enjoyed that, and why would she not? Tina Graudina played some good defence, hustled back, hit a really strong, authoritative volleyball deep into the corner. So 4-2. Latvia, a little bit of a run. Oh, but a touch of luck. Lena Pleziuchnig rolling the ball across the tape. So often you can see the ball just keep running and running and running, and it runs out. But they will change ends, the Austrians, with 3-4 scoreboard. They trail by 1. So early days. Again, we played at 21 points, folks. I'm sure you know. Every time a ball is served, someone gets a point. We've seen some epic volleyball over a number of days here in Manly Beach. Tiny net touch surely at second referee. Absolutely on top of that. So that locks up the scoreboard now at 4 apiece. So just when Latvia have done all that hard work, they go bang, bang, make back-to-back errors and put a bit of pressure back on themselves. The serving has been, it's been solid, but not spectacular from either squad. They're not getting any assistance from the weather, as we've said. So it's really come down to those sorts of ball control and mental errors. An easy looped shot into the back of the court that misses. Can knock all the wind out of the sails. Your lead is gone. So Austria now 5-4. Once again, they're really working the right side with their serve, the Austrians. There's a pick-up. That's delightful. All right, can Latvia wrestle some ascendancy back? That's a much better roll shot. She learnt the lesson from the one before. She recalibrated. Graudina doing some really good things. So resettling 5-all. As this set goes longer, they know they've dropped the first set, the team from Latvia, so every point seems to magnify the pressure. They get on a bit of a tightrope. Nice hand setting, good skills. The Austrians really nice ball control. Get another opportunity. She puts the hands away, and the pokey. Well, it just got a little bit out of shape. I think the Latvian girls, where you can see how they are doing out there. The sand at Manly Beach pretty deep. You'll see this replay. The pokey really caught her by surprise. She had to turn, and you often see that more at the start of the year, the calendar year, when the athletes from Europe are coming out of a long winter. But for the ladies from Latvia, I would have thought they had maybe a bit more gas. It's maybe been a long week for them. Legs feeling a little bit heavy on a Saturday morning here at Manly Beach. So 6-all.
Still early days here in this second set, but it is do or die action here on set court.
This is the #1 Katharina Schutzenhofer for Austria. Going for a short drop serve, didn't make it to that. Maybe let the Latvians off the hook a little bit there. You could see how tired they were. They're really sucking in big breaths, and you want to put them back under pressure. You want to make sure they're still in the contest, maybe by trying to serve short, just trying to bring them forward and tax the legs a little bit more. That cut shot is a little bit too optimistic, but there you go. Luck is a fortune, and the Latvian lady was in the net. So an error from the Austrians, but they will get the point on the change of ends because the team from Latvia contacted the net during their play. So that is, you can't help but feel a bit of a lucky break.
Extremely high level beach volleyball going on. Round of 16, winner through to the quarterfinals.
So 7-all becomes 8-7. Teams have changed ends. The team on screen in green, that is the Austrian combination. Katharina and Lena. They took out a good first set, 22-20. It was a pretty taxing set. Both teams worked really hard. So for them, they'd like to really dig deep, try and wrap this match up in two. A third set probably doesn't favour them. They would rather just get it done in two, maybe conserve a bit of energy, but job is not done. Certainly not if Latvia keep playing like that. So 9-7 now, the scoreboard. So we have a look at the replay. The ball was on the net. She had a good swing at it. Pick up, though, defensively really good. And the Austrians just didn't reset their defensive position and were caught out again. The short serve from that corner is not working for anyone today. And that is another ball that lands pretty insipidly in the net. So Schutzenhofer. She's got an opportunity to take a deep breath and think about a serve. This is her opportunity to do something. A nice deep corner serve is absolutely perfect, and that's exactly what you want to do when you see the opposition a little bit wasteful from the service line. It's the only chance in the game of beach volleyball. The ball moves so quickly, you have so little contact, so little time to influence the play. When you go back to the service line, that's your moment to really think and gather your thoughts, and she did a nice job this time into the middle of the court. Defence is there, nice play from Peziuchnig. She's got a line shot if she wants it, but it's well read. Oh, but the block will get her out of jail. Lena Peziuchnig, she was a bit pleased with herself. She normally doesn't do the blocking, but kind of got a little bit stranded there, I think, and was able to come up with the goods. Of course, folks, if you're watching at home or around the world, this tournament I think is the third tournament that the FIVB is trialling the new rule where the touch of the ball whilst blocking no longer counts as one of the three contacts. So what that means is if the blocker touches the ball and the ball stays on their side of the court, their three contacts start after that point. So for some of the athletes, it's been a seamless transition. They haven't even noticed that the rule change. Others, you've seen there's been some moments where they've had to think, hang on, how many hits have I got left? See there. Girls at the net battling hard, so a little bit of a breeze starting to come through, but absolutely perfection down here at Manly Beach today. 9-10. Austria currently leading, but that's a nice deep shot. The #1 for Austria, Katharina Schutzenhofer, kind of getting stuck in a sort of a no man's land, not really blocking, not really playing defense, and caught out. So the Latvians will take us into the technical timeout. Once again, they're just coming in and looking really spent. It's interesting that they are just not really talking. They're just sitting there, I think, and trying to recompose themselves. There's a little bit of chat now But it's, again, only about 23 degrees. The sand's not that hot. It can get hot here in Manly, the sand, but it's a postcard of a day. Part of the Northern Beaches area of Sydney. It's an absolutely fabulous spot to come for the Australian beach volleyball community. This is really the epicenter of where beach volleyball is played and learnt in Australia. We have many other beaches and states and territories around Australia that they play volleyball and beach volleyball, but this is where they all want to come and play. This is where all the good international athletes come to train and compete. Scoreboard is, of course, 11-10. We're just about to update that. Apologies at home. In favour of the Austrians. Coming up soon, we've got the Aussies, as we said. Looking forward to seeing Maria Faye Artacho del Solar, the local girl who just absolutely adores playing here on a home beach in Manly. Oh, that's a cheeky little play. The Latvian lady just dropping it over. So it brings up a point for them. She's really good vision. She kind of had a sneaky peek out of the side of her eye. Good peripheral vision to see that the girls from Austria were not expecting a cheeky second ball play. Can backfire sometimes. Sometimes that comes back to haunt you, a play like that, but not the case. Scoreboard now locked up at 12-all, I suspect. We're just confirming that, but let's see how hard they're working. This is Anastasia Kravsenoka, the Latvian. She's got to come in off the serve, compose herself for the net, put a block up. Her defensive partner, Tina Graudina, in a good position. And a perfect rainbow. That was absolutely going in. So for the Latvian girls, that little technical timeout was a good opportunity. They've rehydrated and they've got their breath back, and they look, I won't say a much fresher team, but they look a bit more mentally focused, and that's a much better skill. As a blocking player, you've got to make a decision. Am I committing to a block, or am I getting out of there in time to play defense? Oh, and a touch on the block, which she's working really hard right now. Anastasia for Latvia has brought up a couple of points with some good serves, good block pressure. And she's forced the opposition into a timeout. So that is hats off to the Latvians. They've come back out. They were down 10-11 at the technical timeout, and they've come back and won 4 of the next 5 points, so they should be well pleased. Again, there's not a lot being said. They are really just trying to conserve energy. It's a difficult situation. This is a must-win set. They know if they win it, they go to 3, but they can't be thinking about energy conservation. They have to be thinking about doing everything well, putting the Austrians under pressure. As we do a shot across from the Corso here in Manly. There's a number of courts set up as part of this FIVB World Tour beach volleyball event. You can see what I mean. We look up towards the northern end of this beautiful stretch of sand. It is an absolute cracker of a day. Later today, as I've said, the men will play their bronze and gold medal matches. We've got a couple of semi-finals to bring you as well in the men. The ladies are in the round of 16. They'll play quarterfinals as well today, and then tomorrow it is the medal rounds for the ladies. So still 2 great days of action, and then another overpass. Well, the Austrians have kind of lost their way a bit. 5 of the last 6 points have gone to the Latvians through either good blocking pressure or some good defensive play. So 15-12. The timeout not really disrupting the flow. So the Austrians have kind of used their timeout to try and do something. And now they seem to be absolutely struggling to find the court at the moment. So 16-12. In the blink of the eye, the Latvians looked like they were starting to slip out of this match. But now they are back with a vengeance. So little techniques such as cleaning the glasses are starting to be employed, perhaps to find some extra moments of clarity. The number 1 for Austria, Katharina Schützenhöfer. Who are they going to go at? They go at a partner, Plezuchnik, but the overpass is going to be absolutely destroyed. So, wow, the Austrians have absolutely got stuck in quicksand here. They were pretty solid without being spectacular in the first set, but they were able to be really good towards the end of the set when it really counted. But the Latvians at 17-12 are looking Very hard to stop now to take this match to 3. Something unorthodox, surely. Is that going to work? Gosh, that was risky, but ultimately it was good enough. So 13-17. Schutzenhofer will go back. Again, this moment, have a deep breath. Think about what the options are. Where's she going to go? Who's she serving at? What's she trying to do? Again, same sort of serve she's been sticking with. Here's their opportunity. Can they get back-to-back points? Good enough, but just a tired-looking swing from Schutzenhofer, the one. She won't be pleased with that. On the replay, the hard yards have been done. The defensive pickup, really good. Couldn't get up, execute at all. That serve, just long. Boy, dropped at the last moment. But Latvia comfortable. 13-18 the score. Here at Manly Beach, you're on centre court, of course, watching the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball, the ladies' round of 16. Latvia in the red, Austria in the green. Here's a chance, surely, to convert. Some good defence, but the block was excellent. Wow, Latvia particularly. This lady's spiking now. Oh, gosh, she deserved better. She'd been working so hard. The block was great, and then she's dragged the ball down into the net. So these ladies working hard, but ultimately looking a bit tired at the end. Really no serious jump at the ball, no serious attack, but not really paying the price. So we are looking, folks, like a third set is in the offing, with Latvia trailing this match by 1 set to love over Austria, but in a really commanding position. 19-14 here in the second. Second ball. It's probably not a bad option. I don't think the Latvians will mind too much. 16-19 now the score. Austria will go back. To serve the ball, they're at the northern end. The Latvians, one good swing and they've got a set point. That is a really good swing. And that's a little burst of energy you need just at the end of the set to try and close it out. Really, really good spiking. Anastasia Kovsanoka crushes that one. It's going to be her partner, Tina Gradina, with 5 set points on the board. Surely a chance to wrap this up, this second set, and take us to a third. Here's their opportunity. The ball high and out. So there it is. Latvia have really turned this second set around. 21-15, they win it. We will be going to a third set. You see that swing, maybe looking for hands, maybe looking for the corner. Not a lot of rejoicing from the Latvians. I think it's just relief that they are still alive in this tournament. Sudden death play. Winner of this match through to the final 8 and a quarter-final loser, as we've said. Well, they are finished for Manly for 2017. They're finished for Volleyfest. So I hope you're welcome, and I hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching the live stream around Australia or the world. My name is Jonathan Fogarty, privileged to bring it to you today. We've got a really interesting battle at the moment. The first match on centre court is Latvia versus Austria. You can see on screen, combination from Latvia. Anastasia and Tina lost the first set to the Austrians, 22-20, but have come back 21-15 really well. Really took off in the second part of the set. At the technical timeout, they were down by a couple and then just accelerated. You can see them come out there and play. The last set of this match will be a 15-point affair. They're going to change ends every 5. Here's Latvia through Tina Gradina, who is going to start the third set. It's all on the line for one of these two teams. Their last set of volleyball for this event. Who wants it more? They both look a little bit leg weary. Who's got the mental fortitude to not make skill errors and to just maybe back themselves? Austria in the green, the combination of Katarina Schutzenhofer and Lena Pleziuchnig. Nice first point anyway for the Austrians. So Latvia's response, perfect down the line, so no errors. It's been cautious. one set apiece and 1 point all. And again, folks, we played at 15. You've got to have a 2-point lead when you get there. Latvia currently at the southern end of the beach, the Austrian ladies in the north. Oh, Gietz just tagged the line. The linesman right there in great position. When it tags the line, you look like a genius. When it just misses, you look like a goose, but she was absolutely a genius. That was a nice play. 2-1, Schützenhöfer and Plesiuchnik. This is Schützenhöfer serving just into the net. Doesn't hurt so bad, the service error early in the third set. You just don't want to do it later. They seem like they cost more. 2-all the score. Second ball play, that is unwise at best, I think, and that'll give Latvia a 3-2 lead at the side change. And again, back-to-back errors. Again, doesn't seem too bad at the early stage. You can see the pass probably deserved better than that, to be fair. That is a little bit extravagant at this stage. And then down the middle, communication, well, just non-existent. The Austrians kind of looked at each other, and Latvia a 4-2 lead now. But then can't go back-to-back with their serve. So 3-4.
Winner of this match going through to today's quarterfinals.
She's looked pretty good, Lena Plesiuchnik. She hasn't been too uncomfortable out there. It's just a case of who's going to stay mentally tough at the big moments. Schützenhöfer's block's pretty good. Plesiuchnik's D was pretty good, but the Latvian combo nice and controlled. She's been really good. Anastasia Kravtsenoka has really been the difference. I think she was really good in the second set. She made the difference. She's the taller athlete, just using her brains on that occasion, not trying to overplay the ball, the knuckle ball down the line. Perfect in that situation. Her block's been great, just couldn't get that one. But boy, she's really made a lot happen for the Latvian combination. So 4-5, Austria drag one back. Katarina Schützenhöfer goes back. Deep breath. Focus. Where are we going? Who are we serving at? What's the plan? She's had plenty of time to compose herself. We're just getting all in readiness. So the Latvians ready again. On the overpass, pounced on by Schützenhöfer. So 5-all, 1 set all. We are absolutely locked. You can see the sweat starting to bother the ladies out there. It's a little bit humid. It's only about 23, 24 degrees, but a little bit of humidity, so a lot of sunglass cleaning going on. Can really distract. You can't see clearly. You've got sweat in your eyes. So again, it's Katarina Schützenhöfer. She will go back to the service line, composes herself, sets for the block. But nice inside-out cut shot. So once again, the Latvian Anastasia Kravtsenoka really solid. She's played a really nice game. 6-5. Her partner Tina Grodina goes back to serve. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So 6 points all. Hopefully one team will win this. It's not going to be a case of one team losing and making errors. They've both worked so hard. We're going now for 45 minutes. Second ball play well read. Oh, and followed up, but it just went out for the Latvian, for Kravtsenoka. She really followed it. That was a good, honest effort. I like to see that. You know, the coaching staff love that sort of thing where she's pretty sure the ball's going out, but she wanted to follow it through just to make sure. 7-6 lead. And then she'd spent all her petrol. Look at her. She can't believe it. Hands on haunches. 7-all. Physically, they look more tired of the two squads, the Latvians, but they are absolutely making the big plays when they need to for the Austrians. Their composure's been pretty good, but they haven't been able to really run away from it. In the second set, they were well beaten when they looked like they had it under their control, so really hard to tell which way this is going. You can can say Schützenhöfer there. Again, not unlike the Latvian combo. One player doing all the blocking, one player doing all the defending. This is Graudina for Latvia. Plesiuchnig, does a nice job off the net, but finding the line, so that's a really good skill. That shows good presence of mind. Little fist bump. She was pretty pleased. Good effort, good snap, good strength. But then back-to-back can't land the serve. These are just the little moments when you want to absolutely put your opponent away. You invite them back in. So Latvia take the lead, 9-8. Tense times, good deep serve. This is going to test Plesiuchnig again. The ball touched off the block. She does like that line shot. She's gone that way often. So 9-all the score now, I believe. Good heat, cross court, well handled. Here she comes, Plesiuchnig, with the opportunity. Wow, that's a big moment. You can see what that meant to her. The defensive pickup, she was in perfect position. But just because you're in perfect position doesn't mean you can handle the ball well. But she's absolutely popped that perfectly. Her partner, well, did her job. And these are the moments that takes you from a 9-all scoreboard to a 10-9 lead. Can they get a block, perhaps? No, but they've got opportunity. 1, 2, 3. Using their touch as well. That's good. Ball's on the net. Oh, that's a wonderful play. It's Lena Plesiuchnig who's stood up and played two really big plays defensively, and you can hear the scream hopefully in the effects microphone, folks. Done a wonderful job there. So we're going to see a timeout called, this time by the Latvians, because Austria have jumped out to an 11-9 scoreboard. You can see the girls covered in sand, really breathing deeply. They have worked so hard just to stay alive in this tournament. So Austria now, the girls in green, Katharina Schützenhöfer and Lena Plesiuchnig, have shaken off that little slumber that they went into in that second set. They won the first 22-20, dropped the second one 21-15 when they really had it pretty much under control through the middle stages. But now on the back of a couple of really nice plays, particularly by Lena Plesiuchnig, the defender, the number 2, they've worked hard to get a 2-point lead. And 11-9, again, folks, remember, we're only going to 15 points, so not quite within touching distance of the victory, but the pressure now very much back on the Latvian combination. The number 1, Anastasia Kravtsenoka, and Tina Graudina, the number 2. All right, the Austrians, that was a nice little break for them. Can they go back to back to back? Oh, a foot fault. Wow. Gosh, that is an unexpected moment of insanity, that you would touch the baseline with your serve. That's the easiest possible way, I think, you can give the point to your opposition. So Latvia don't even have to receive a serve to get a point. 10-11, and then the block is immense. Nice response, though. Oh, good poise. It has to be said, the block from Kravtsenoka was excellent, but the Austrian girls, to their absolute credit, really poised, really considered, and came back for a 12-10 scoreline. So their 2-point lead remains. Surely a serve in here has got to be the plan. And here's their opportunity. The ball catching the net. Here's a chance. Plesiuchnig couldn't do much with it, just got it into play. The error is going to amplify the situation because Austria now have a 13-10 scoreboard. The Latvians have used their timeout, so they've got nowhere to go. The ball into the net, that's too hard. So this is now a dangerous time in the match for the Latvians. They've looked pretty good, but the Austrian girls all of a sudden are looking better. A block is handy, 2 blocks is better. Defense is outstanding. Latvia playing for their lives at the moment. Need to win this point. It's a massive moment in this match. Wow. I'm not sure if Latvia won the point or Austria lost it. They both look absolutely spent. These two squads, you can see the second ball catching the Austrians, but they responded well and they had a chance to make them pay. You can see the disappointment, the despondency. Both teams, no one complaining, everyone's cleaning their glasses at the moment, which is usually code for I'm absolutely spent. So 11-13 Latvia, there or thereabouts. They must win this point. This is also the next big moment in their tournament. Defensive pickup is good. Can they turn it into a point? The opportunity presents itself and is taken. Wow. Tina Graudina, the Latvian, has the opportunity. Some good defense. Puts in a little extra effort. Nice deep placement. Doesn't try and overcook it. So 12-13. They've changed ends, so Latvia to the northern end, trailing by 1. 15 is in the headlights. Who gets there first? Austria a little bit off the net is going to be hard. Is this a 13-all play? No, the overset. Oh, that is such a disappointing skill error at such a crucial time. The ball shoved down easily in the end by the Austrians, and 14-12 brings up 2 match points. Katharina Schutzenhofer, deep breath, serving for the win for a spot in the final 8 on the World Tour. Makes Latvia play. What can they do? They must save this rally. Oh, they can't do it. A massive block and the delight. You can see what it means. Katharina Schutzenhofer, Lena Plesiuchnig, the Austrians in a really tough battle have defeated a very brave, a very gallant Latvian combination of Anastasia Kravtsenoka and Tina Graudina. Both these teams absolutely have thrown their heart and soul into this match, and to the victor the spoils through to the final 8 for the team from Latvia. They'll finish with the 9th place here at the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour. For the team from Austria, they will continue to a quarter-final. Congratulations to them. Wonderful play all round.